Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 9th to the 15th. This is for Gemini and Gemini rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cult across spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Gemini, I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So Gemini, this week, I'm not gonna lie, this is going to be a really big week, obviously, because we have the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. But what I want you to know is that we are moving out of retrograde season. Okay, all the planets, so all the outer planets are still, retrograde, but they are starting to go direct. All right, throughout the next few months. So there is a point right now where if you've probably feel like you've been trudging through things, okay? Especially with there was a point where we pretty much had literally the entire solar system retrograde, okay? And so over the summer, here in the northern hemisphere, it was a little okay, what's going on? But now all the inner planets are direct, okay? So this is a really good thing. We're talking Mars, Venus, Mercury, and these affect more closely every day, for us. And they're moving fast, okay? We're talking like a sloth who's sees the tree with good bark, okay? And so very interesting week it's going to be very interesting because keep in mind we're still in Libra season. So what does this mean? This is all about that peace, this inner peace, that balance, that harmony. We're striving for it, but there's going to be a lot of activity in Libra, okay? And so we have 5 celestial bodies in Libra, all right? So we have the sun in Libra, Mercury in Libra, Mars in Libra. Remember, we have this South Node in Libra, all right? And then this weekend, new moon solar eclipse in Libra, so the moon. All right, so there's a lot of activity in Libra. This is going to be really big for you, all right? And it's going to be really fun for you. So I want you to have fun this week, all right? There's going to be this tug of war. There's probably going to be a lot of y'all really laser focused on work and things about work, but I want you to have fun. And if you do not have fun, the eclipse is going to just make sure that you do, okay? That it really is, but finding balance, okay? Finding that balance and harmony in terms of, and the reason why I say fun is because Libra is your 5th house. It's the house of pleasure. It's a house of love and romance and creativity, self-expression, sex, and it's fun. It's the fun house, all right? You're in a fun house. So I want you to have fun. I want you to have fun. I want you to find that balance in it. Now, this eclipse, by the way, because I've been getting a lot of questions, yes, you will be able to see it in parts of the US and Canada. I would just Google it, the places. I want you to know it's not a total eclipse, okay? It's an annular eclipse. So it's not like the eclipse that if you live in the US, we had a new moon solar eclipse April. Is it April? I think it was August 2017. Okay. It's not like that. It's going to be the one where it's like a ring around it, right? It's the moon in front of the sun. So you'll see the ring around it. But I remember I went to Sedona, it was 10 years. It was a while ago, but I saw the annular eclipse and it's still really cool. So I would encourage you to go see it again. If you can, okay, you still need your, eclipse, goggles and whatnot, but I will do a longer video on eclipses, and it's also or one specific to eclipses and what to do, what not to do around eclipses, because they are game changers. All right, they are the wild cards in astrology, so anything could happen, but there's gonna be but I'll make a separate one. And it's the reason why I'm talking fast too is because it is an eclipse week, but there's so much else happening. I know this is going to turn into a 5-hour video, so I want to make sure that I get everything in. That's why I'm talking faster than normal. But anyway, back to Libra. All about that harmony, all about that balance. think of it like in your life, like a symphony, okay? The perfect melody of a song. That's what you want right now in your life, all right? Think about that balance, okay? And a lot of it will have to do with partnerships and relationships, okay? This is, again, Libra is a native ruler of partnerships, relationships, one-on-one relationships, but this is in your fifth house of love. So a lot of it could be like romance and love related. But that's, every Gemini is different. It comes down to your birth chart, but just remember, just keep that in mind. The perfect melody of a song, symphony, the perfect symphony. Okay, that balance and harmony. All right, let's kick Betty out of the orchestra. She is not good on, the cello. All right, switch her out with Kenny and band, who's not good at guitar, but he's great at cello, and Betty's really good at guitar. See, you made that switch. You switch some things around to have that perfect balance, that perfect, symphony, okay? In band and orchestra in your life. All right. So keep that in mind. Now I'm not gonna lie. This week is gonna start off a little bit frustrating because even before the week begins on Sunday on the 8th, if you saw my monthly forecast, I talked about this. Mars is squaring Pluto. These are two really, intense planets. All right. So this is on the 8th, and you could be starting this week with there could have been like a conflict. There could be, it really is an aggressive placement. It's that come at me bro energy. It really is, as long as you focus on that Libra energy, having fun and being very diplomatic, that's what Libra is, you are going to be fine. Just stay laser focused on your goals. That's what you want to do. Okay. It could, I'm not going to lie. It could have to do with, other like money could be a thing. The conflict could be around money in some way for some Geminis, just seeing what's going on for y'all. But, the reason why it starts out frustrating because not only does that happen on Sunday, but on Monday, Venus is opposing Saturn. So this could also be a thing that is just really frustrating for you. And the reason why, and it could have to do with work because Saturn is in Pisces in your 10th house of career. And if you're not here for career, Venus is all about love and money and, beauty and sex and everything that you think Venus represents. But even still, like I said, every Gemini is different. So everyone's going to feel affected differently, but it just can be a little frustrating. But at this point, with everything that's going on, that frustration may come from a place where you feel like, because we're coming out of retrograde season, that some of y'all are already going through big changes. Some of y'all may feel like the changes you want aren't happening fast enough, okay, because of the retrogrades, and some of y'all may not even know what you want. That could be like part of the frustration. You may not know how to move forward from things that have happened from the past. We did come out of that really, really intense full moon, super moon in Aries. All right. So that really could have been a really big thing for you, having to end something or, think about ending something that was really important to you. It could have been a friendship or a group you belong to, but it could have been something that you were really like, thought was like your destiny, and maybe things had changed. Maybe you got married and had kids instead. There's again, every Gemini is different, so you have to ask yourself how it resonates with you. But here's the thing. On the 10th, Pluto does go direct. That's something that, we'll talk about more toward the end of the month. But this is when it gets good on Wednesday. Mars moves into Scorpio, okay? Just slides right into Scorpio. And it's a very aggressive placement. It is a very aggressive placement. Mars is the planet of action and drive and ambition, going toward your passion. So that's what I really love about this, but it can be really intense. Okay. Scorpio is a very intense sign. And so it can, be, a lot of it can have to do with, work and everyday activities. Like Mars in Scorpio, that is your sixth house of everyday activities, work, even health matters could be a thing. fitness and whatnot, or even pets or whatnot, but work is the biggest thing. But even still, think about Scorpio, like this, the scorpion, right? Like stingers out, okay? But diplomatically, remember, we're still in Libra season. It is, like I said in my monthly forecast, it's like that now energy, okay? So it's kind of like my way or the highway, but it's more like, think of it as like, I will get what I want. That's what Mars and Scorpio really is. Again, it's that drive, it's that ambition, it's putting all your energy toward that. It's really like, no more like, I hope this happens. It's more like, this is going to happen because I'm going to move mountains to make this happen, okay? This is you feeling charged up in terms of you going toward your passions, your ambitions, your goals. Now, on the 13th, Mars is trining Saturn. This is two malefic planets in this beautiful, gorgeous, auspicious trine. They are doing, the dozy-do in the sky. It's a great day to sign contracts, to start relationships. You honestly, remember what I said. Saturn is in Pisces in your 10th house of career. So for a lot of Geminis, you could start new jobs. You could choose new career paths. You could have these moments that bring this sense of stability moving forward. The reason why also is because we have that new moon solar eclipse in Libra on the next day over the weekend, the 14th, 15th. All right. Depends on where you live in the world. But this is, again, part of that Aries Libra nodal shift. And, Mars, that drive ambition, is dignified right now, and it's all about new partnerships and new relationships and love, and for you, like romance, and it's such a great place. It's such a great eclipse for you. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's also in Libra. It's your BFF, your fellow air sign. And so I really, really love this yesterday. Remember, with Mars trining Saturn, it just that stability. Uranus and Pluto are harmonious at this point. A lot of really, I really, really love this one. Okay. I really, really love this one. I also love the fact, I hinted at this in your last reading, in your October forecast, but, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. I did. April next year. Oh, you just wait. Not only is, in May, Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, is moving into your sign. We have so many great aspects, like one-of-a-kind aspects that are happening in April, but we do have a new moon total solar eclipse happening, okay? In Aries in April 2024. Mark it in your calendar. So April next year is gangbusters. It's insane. And remember, this is in Aries. This is in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, right before Jupiter moves into your sign. When I say next year is going to be like off the charts, Gemini, come on. But anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for this week, though. Okay, let's see what's going on for you for this week, the week that we have the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, your BFF, Gemini. This is for October 9th to the 15th. If for Gemini and Gemini rising, and if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, absolutely welcome to. I would absolutely recommend the moon because of the eclipse. Obviously, it's a big thing happening. And then if you want to know more about, this week Venus also moves into Virgo, or it happened, right before the week. What day was that? On the 8th. Okay. So it happened on Sunday. And that is your 4th house of home, of your domestic sector, family, children, relationships, in your partners, but you're at physical home too, and real estate and whatnot. So if you want more, insight on that, I would read your Venus. Okay. But Venus is love. It is money. It is sex. It's all those things. So I would read Venus too. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really brings the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. I definitely am, because it is a new moon solar eclipse in Libra. So Gemini, the other thing is that was it. Okay. Oh, did I mention that I'm going to be talking fast? Okay, because we're good. But I'm still going to be talking fast. Gemini, look at you. Look at you. I mean, what can I say? Oh, that was my doorbell. Give me 1 second. I'm back. Sorry about that. It was a package that wasn't even for me. That's how nice I am. I accepted it from a neighbor. Let's get started, Gemini. You're good. You're really good. I'm very excited for this. I just need you to just go within this week, okay? I need you. There's going to be things happening in your external world. And don't forget to just stay in tune, okay? It's your intuition that's going to guide you, all right? And I want it to. Now, you did get the 2 of wands here, all right? This is great. All right, this is really good. It came up in your past, so you've been planning your next step. You've been thinking about a lot of things, especially when it comes to your passions. You have a lot of ideas. You're almost like in the zone, okay? There's a lot of creativity attached to this card, but it's also, what I love about this card is, first things first, it's attributed to Mars and Aries. Remember I said Aries is your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. And your dreams. So it's like you're planning your next step. And this came up in your past. You even see him standing at the highest point in the castle. He's got the world in his hand. So it's like there's a lot that you're planning. Okay, you're in planning mode. All right, this is really good. And it really is at that point where you probably have a lot of ideas, and I'm already getting, career is a big thing for you. There's a lot of career energy with this card, and so it could be a lot of y'all are planning next steps in career as well. Okay, changes happening in career, but you do have the 8 of Cups and the heart of your spread. So there you go. Love it. That's exciting. Very amazing. Because remember, this is a weekly reading. And you do see the eclipse happening in the background, the week of the eclipse. I love this for you. All right. So look at the cups. There's nothing wrong with the cups. Cups is love, emotions, feelings, intuition, wonderment. But you can see the figure here dressed in red, wearing red boots, walking away from the cups. Nothing's wrong with the cups. He just knows something is better for him. Remember, I said eclipses are game changers, right? So this is a game-changing week for you. And so a lot of it, again, work-related is going to be a big thing for y'all. This card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces. What did I say earlier? Saturn in Pisces is your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievement. So it looks like a lot of y'all have been planning to move forward in a new direction when it comes to career, or planning your next steps in career. Some of y'all may even be offered something this week, but remember what I said, let your intuition guide you, because you did get the High Priestess in your challenge area. And she is, the guardian of the subconscious. She is someone who is, it's almost like if you have a lot that's going on up here, you really have to trust your intuition to help guide you. All right, really trust your intuition now. It is going to make all the difference. All right, because you do have Jupiter and Uranus in your 12th house anyway. So there's going to be changes, big time. Just trust your intuition. It really is going to bring all that wisdom that you're seeking. If you are seeking it this week, but it looks like you are, you're going to be absolutely fine. One thing that I do want to remind you is that Venus did move into Virgo in your 4th house, okay? And so the High Priestess rules the moon, right? In astrology, the moon, Cancer rules the moon, and it is the 4th house, okay? Cancer rules the 4th house, which is your domestic sector. So again, that could be, there's something going on with home as well, or a partner, or family, children. But again, just use your intuition. Let that come out. That because look, you got the 6 of Cups in your crown. All right, so there is a sense of comfort that you're looking for. There's a sense of like, I want to let my guard down. I feel like there's been going on a lot going on. And when I say let your guard down, also up here, where you don't have to worry, where you don't have to stress, there's a lot of kindness in this card. There's a lot of sharing, but it really is, I mean, it is the biggest house in tarot. All right. Indicating a lot of comfort, a lot of, security, a lot of like you're good, like you can let your guard down. Okay. There is also a sense of you're probably thinking about things from the past. And listen, here's the thing. With the fact there's so much happening in your 12th house, which is a subconscious. What is a subconscious is where we store our memories, right? And so you could have a lot of things that you're thinking about from the past. This is a card of nostalgia. If you have those nostalgic moments, I want you to. Nostalgia is proven by every, top, expert and institution from Harvard to whoever. That nostalgia improves well-being and quality of life and mental health and all of that. And again, all this activity moving into Scorpio. This is where it gets really interesting, okay? Remember I said Mars is moving into Scorpio, which is your 6th house, okay? So not only is this a 6, but this card is attributed to Sun in Scorpio. Okay, so which I said is all about health anyway. So there is, again, have nostalgic moments to bring you joy. All right, to bring you joy. Think about those fun things that have happened in your life, just so it can make you like feel a little bit less like if you feel like you're on guard. Again, with what's happening in the beginning of the week, there could be some things that have just been like but I feel like that's what's going to fuel you moving forward. All right, but again, use all of it, mind, body, spirit. Okay, this week, just be very in tune. And you got the Empress and the root of your spread. All right, so hello, you're good. You actually read your Venus if you know your Venus, because you're getting all this. This card is ruled by Venus. Okay, you even see the symbol of Venus in her stone-shaped heart there. The Empress is a goddess, by the way, not a queen, not a priestess, a goddess. We're thinking Aphrodite. This is you wanting to, and it may actually happen for you this week. This just living life through pleasure. Like I said, all this activity in Libra is in your 5th house of pleasure, of love, of romance, of creativity, of self-expression, living life through, sensuality, sexuality. This is abundance. This is also, there's something new coming. There's something new brewing. There is a sense of like 3 is all about creation. It's all about the birth of new things. Even the Empress is pregnant. So there is this, you can even see the golden wheat here indicating like a new crop. Like there's this, you want something new to happen. I mean, you're definitely leaving something behind, but you have to trust your intuition. Okay, you have to trust your intuition. I mean, you have 2 like moon heavy, like right here in the heart, but and the moon is intuition. But even still, you did get the Knight of Cups. Hello, this is absolutely amazing. Okay, it looks like you are moving into well, this is what's happening. The fact that we are in Libra season, okay? 2 big things here. Partnerships and relationships, right? The fact that we have a new moon, solar eclipse, new beginnings, right? In Libra, partnerships and relationships. So, Mars trining Saturn, the day before that, new job, new love, new signing contracts. It's all here. It looks like you're leaving there's this feeling of like warmth that's coming through your spread, but there's also this feeling of just like this newness. Now, in your future, you have the Knight of Cups, which looks like some of y'all are just moving forward in this new partnership, relationship. And if you're not here for love or career, This is just someone this night, all he wants to do is fill his cup. All he wants to do is be emotionally fulfilled. So you just pursuing your passions, you being you being your authentic self, you being this romantic, or even having this romantic side of you come out. But this really is a big thing for you, okay? Because if you are here for career, and I know a lot of y'all are, especially with Saturn and Pisces, the Knight of Cups is Pisces. So career you may have a new boss, new job. There's a new perfect partnership. You even see two things here. His armor, you see the fish all over his armor, the fish for Pisces. And then you see him extending the cup. So he wants to share it with someone else. So, I mean, he is the knight in shining armor, but you see the wings of imagination on his helmet and his shoes as well. He's also like just a very romantic person in nature. Like he loves the arts and poetry and things like that. But even still, I love this. There's a lot of creative energy here. Birth of a lot of creative energy as well. Remember, you have the Empress in the root of your spread. It's something that's like really fueling you too. Again, remember that all this Libra activity, especially with a new moon solar eclipse in Libra, is in your 5th house, okay? Of pleasure and love and romance and creativity. But it looks like there is something new that's happening in your life. And, we're going to clarify that, and you're going to be fine. You're 1000% fine. You have the Knight of Cups, and then you got the King of Cups clarifying the Knight of Cups. I mean, the King of Cups, come on. This is so crazy, okay? But for two reasons. One, because it's the King of Cups. Hello. Whatever is happening, this new thing that you're moving into, again, for a lot of y'all, it's going to be partnership related, relationship related, even taking it to the next level, like ascending in some sense, or reigniting a spark somewhere along the way, or meeting new love at this time, or, getting a new boss, new job, or whatnot, or following your own passions. But it's leading up to the King of Cups, where you're just so emotionally stable. This is someone who is so loving, all right? Someone who is, leads with his heart. A lot of sexual energy in your spread, by the way, but even still, and that is a big thing with Mars trining Saturn anyway, by the way. That happens on the 13th. So Friday the 13th, remember that. Remember, that's like sex drive, overdrive. But this is really great. You're good. You're good. Gemini, you're good. Just trust your the King of Cups. The reason why this is really special is because, remember, I said Mars is moving into Scorpio. We're heading into Scorpio season. King of Cups is Scorpio. Okay, you're good. You're absolutely good. It actually could be a Scorpio or even a Pisces. That is, has some sort of something there, okay, in your future. But I absolutely love this. And again, there is a sense of you just, it looks like you are going to have this with the High Priestess in your challenge area. It really is just trust your intuition. Really tap into your intuitive side, because the King of Cups is the most intuitive king as well, like to like a freakishly psychic level, by the way. So there is a sense of even just you becoming a little bit more intuitive, than normal, especially with all this activity moving into Scorpio anyway. But let's get to your stuff, Gemini. Wow, this is amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to hear from y'all. Gemini, y'all are chatty. Talk to me. I'm Gemini rising. That's why I talk too much. Where am I? Okay, so we have time. We're good. Okay. You're good. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me just, sorry. Okay. So you did get the Knight of Swords. All right. I'm sorry, 9 of Swords. Where it falls in your spread, all it's saying is get out of your head. Get out of your head. So here's the thing. I know that's easier said than done. especially with all this activity in your ninth house. I'm sorry, in your 12th house anyway. But it is time to remember. There's a lot of like facing your fears energy when there's all this activity in your 12th house. That's why trusting your intuition, really going within, is going to be very helpful. It's going to be hard when the high priestess is in the challenge area. Remember, she is a guardian of the subconscious. So it is kind of like you going into the dark yourself and then having to take charge. That's not going to be a problem with Mars and Scorpio. Like, remember, it's like your drive, your ambition, your passions in like hyperdrive, essentially. So this, by the way, is a Gemini card. Okay. So it really is just saying, just if there, some of y'all could be maybe still going through things where there's a lot going on in your head, but now is the time to just unroot things. Now is the time, and it feels like that things are going to happen anyway. Always think about, like, if you are, you can see him sitting up at late at night, hands over his face. So you have to ask yourself at this point, because this is your reading, Gemini, like, are you mourning something? Are you grieving something? Did something bad happen over the weekend when, Mars squaring Pluto and Venus opposing Saturn? Did you say something that you regret? Did someone say something bad to you? Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to ask those questions, because again, when you have answers, you can have solutions. All right. The other thing is, I think I may have said this in your reading a while ago, but Google theta brainwaves. When you go to bed at night, if you are going to bed at night with like a lot of like stress, anxiety, especially about things from the past, flip it. It's all about your mindset. And theta brainwaves, it's like an actual thing. All right. So just Google it. I'm not going to take up too much of your time here, but it's why people go to bed at night like praying or saying positive affirmations. It's, because it works. It's your brain. It's like that moment, like right before you go to, like right before you basically what I'm saying is, like, if you go to bed at night thinking, oh gosh, when are things going to get better? Oh gosh, this thing was awful and I'm really sad about it. If you change your thoughts, if you think, I can't wait for it tomorrow because I'm just going to nip this in the bud. I cannot wait for tomorrow because I'm going to fix this thing that happened. Even though it wasn't my fault, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to take control. Do you see the difference? See the difference? So do that. Do that this week, if only if you feel that way, all right? This isn't saying that anything bad is going to happen. It's just saying that some of y'all may be in this headspace where you're just still like, and I'm, again, like, with this sluggish retrograde stuff, like, but again, we're moving forward now, all right? And eclipses are going to change things in favor for you in a big way, because you just got the Ace of Cups in your external factors area. This is the Holy Grail. This is the, we say this is the heart of tarot. Now, actually, I'm going to that one too. You see what's happening here. Moving towards something better. You got the Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. Can you believe that? Ace of Cups. Ace is ushering that new change, new beginnings, new opportunity, new paths, just think new. All right. So this is happening during the new moon solar eclipse that does bring new opportunities, new beginnings. This is happening during Mars trining Saturn, which is the same thing. New deals being signed, new jobs, new relationships. Like, oof, you're good. You're absolutely good. Ace is ushering in that new change. All right. Cups, again, love, feelings, emotions, intuition as well. If you're working, spiritual growth and whatnot, but you're good. You're like, I don't even have to. It looks like there is a new partnership that you are definitely moving toward. Okay. There is a new partnership you're moving toward. It's going to be this rapturous, like, almost bring you to tears energy. Okay, I always say that about the Ace of Cups. Like, think about the last time something so joyful happened in your life that actually literally brought you to tears. It looks like you're having another moment like that. Okay, or it looks like this week that something is happening with that, moving in that direction. A lot of self-love here too as well, but there's just there's so much love here. Look at all these cups cards that you got with the Empress as well, by the way. And then also that I'm going to show you something here. With the Ace of Cups, you see the dove at the top. All right. So remember, I said this is the week of balance, harmony, peace. This is what doves are. The universal symbol of peace and harmony. Okay. So remember that Libra energy, finding that peace and harmony and balance in your life. But doves also mate for life. This is coming after the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I mean, hello. You got the Queen of Pentacles. You want money. You want a lot of money. But it's not just that. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is the richest queen, but she has this maternal side to her where she takes care of everybody in her kingdom. That maternal side kicks in like really big. Okay. And she takes care of everyone because she has the resources to do it. uh it's like if you, for instance, were to, like, if you had a friend that was like short in rent, you would be the one that's like, oh, you're 200, but I got you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like that's what you want, but you also want to build this perfect world for yourself now. And I really love that for you. I love the fact that you got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you got two cards that are like this maternal energy kicking in, and it's just, you know, feminine energy. If you know, it's just you taking care of people. Okay. But also, again, that self-love is like really, really nice here. And then lastly, you got the Hierophant. Hello, this is really crazy. The Hierophant's shown up, and I'm not going to tell you how many, but because I know I have a lot of cross watchers. But let's this is your final outcome. You're good. You're 1000% good. Okay, this is absolutely amazing, especially because you got the High Priestess in your Tanji area. Remember, the Hierophant is the male equivalent of the High Priestess. So the different, like his, she's more internal, right? And she's more feminine. Obviously, this is more masculine, but his powers are in energy, or energy. It's more like external, and so this is still very a spiritual card. It's still, you know, he connects the divine with our physical realm. Okay, but he's very influential, and he has that wisdom. Okay, he has that deep sacred knowledge. It looks like you are gonna be full of this deep sacred wisdom that you've been seeking, to a point where you're influential yourself, where other people listen to you. This is in your final outcome. This is absolutely amazing. There's also this sense of like a lot of, there could be some sort of organization that there's a lot of structure that comes with the Hierophant. Okay, but the reason why I love the Hierophant came out is because, remember, there's all this activity. Remember what I said, Jupiter and Uranus both in Taurus right now. That is your 12th house, okay? The subconscious. Well, the Hierophant is Taurus. All right, so it looks like there is going to be this inner, you're going to be going deep, okay, to find that inner wisdom, but also like your authentic self, and facing a lot of fears and coming out on top. Like, this is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, clarifiers, and then oh gosh, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You just you're good. You have a rare Gemini, a rare, like, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. So you got 3 out of the 5 court cards with the cups. You're good. And you're in very like prominent sections of, or placements of your spread. But now you got the Hierophant with the Death card. I mean, it's almost like you are going to have this moment where you are just, ooh, like almost like an awakening. Okay. Like this, not even awakening, but it's almost like, you're just growing. Okay, there's this growth and you're unrooting things that you do not need anymore. And I just don't feel like it may be a little bit challenging at the beginning of the week, especially, and also with the high priestess in your challenge area, but it's almost like there's this sense of power that's coming through, and it's almost like it's like, remember I said Mars and Scorpio, like it's this power to have everything that you want, and it's going to be coming through, and it's all this change that you want that's coming as well. Remember, you got two Scorpio cards here. Well, actually, well, yeah. Anyway, you got, but then you got the Death card, which is Scorpio. I mean, and the Death card is one of the best cards in the deck. You really do have a very rare spread here. I'm not gonna lie, you have a very rare spread here, because not only did you get Death in your final outcome after the Hierophant, which is all about changes. So you're about to go through these major changes in your life. Clearly here too, the very auspicious changes. Yeah, and then you got the Knight of Wands. I can't believe this, because all this partnership activity, partnerships and relationships. Now, Knight of Wands, fire on fire, okay? And so this very fiery, this is passion, you going toward your passions. Nothing can stop me now energy. Remember what I said, Mars going into Scorpio, like it's like we're gone past like I hope this happens. It's now I will make this happen, and I will move mountains and planets and the entire universe to make this happen. Like, amazing. Lastly, the reason why this is huge, Knight of Wands is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. You have it all here, and then you have this transformation that's happening, moving into that area, and then, oh gosh, your reading is actually very, very crazy rare here. I can't even begin. I'm going to show you one more thing that makes it rare. You see that? It's the same thing. The Knight of Cups and the Death card. Look at them. Same card. The big difference is, like, obviously the Death card is major arcana, but they're both essentially just looking for change. They both want change. You have it in your future and your final outcome. Your life is changing in the best way possible. This is your best reading. This is like a rare reading, but one of your best readings. I mean, you're definitely leaving something behind. You have the card with the eclipse during eclipse week in the heart of your spread. You're good. You're good. Gemini, you're amazing. You're absolutely good. You're moving in this direction where everything is about to change for you in the best way possible, to the point where it's this rapturous, intense pleasure. Remember, all this activity in Libra is in your 5th house, okay? Of pleasure, of love, romance, creativity, self-expression. But there's also a lot of career activity happening for you too, with all this activity in Scorpio that is in your 6th house of work, and then Saturn in Pisces, 10th house of career. You were definitely having a lot of changes happening in your life. It like your daily routine is going to change. Keep that in mind. Okay. So anyway, Gemini, I went again way too long. Gemini, thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And, I definitely want to hear from you this week. I want to know what's going on. This is just this is probably the rarest spread you've had. This is just, I mean, there's so many other things but yeah, come on, you're good. Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of, you're good. Just go within, okay? Let your intuition guide you, okay? And if you're going to be in your head, do some unrooting and face some fears. That's in Google theta brainwaves. Next week, Gemini, we have a big week, and we will talk about it next week. All right. Thanks so much, Gemini. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.